You've just finished building a beautiful UI. The components are perfect, the design is pixel perfect, and then you find out the backend API isn't ready yet. You're blocked. You can't test your loading states, your error handling, or your data rendering because the data simply doesn't exist yet. This is the reality for front-end developers every single day. And the existing solutions, Postman mock servers, static JSON files, desktop tools like Macoon, they're either too complex, not shareable, or produce only lifeless static data. There had to be a better way. Introducing RESTless, a visual, full-stack API mocking platform built for the way modern front-end teams actually work. With RESTless, you open your browser, describe the API you need, and within 30 seconds, you have a live URL that serves real, dynamic JSON ready to plug into your app. No configuration files, no CLI commands, no waiting. Let me show you exactly how it works. We start by creating a project. Think of projects as namespaces, one for your checkout service, one for your authentication API, one for your CMS. I'll create a project called e-commerce API. Now I'm on my project dashboard. Let me add my first mock endpoint. I'll click New Endpoint. I'll set the method to get, the path to /API/products, and I want to simulate a slightly slow API. Let me add 300 milliseconds of artificial latency. I'll paste in a simple JSON response and save it. Done. The endpoint is live instantly. This URL right here, /mock/project_ID/API/products, is immediately callable from anywhere, your React app, your Postman, your CI pipeline. No deployment required. Now here's where it gets interesting. Manually typing out a JSON array of 20 products with realistic prices, image URLs, and categories is tedious, so we integrated Google Gemini directly into the workflow. I click Open AI and this context window slides in. I get a set of pre-built examples for common API shapes, products, user lists, payment webhooks, blog posts. I can click any of them or I can type my own. I'll click the e-commerce products example and watch this. Gemini 2.5 Flash generates a complete, realistic JSON array with real-looking product titles, plausible prices, proper image URL structures, ratings. This would have taken me 10 minutes to write by hand. I click Use This, and the response body is instantly populated. And here's a detail that judges will appreciate. We cache these responses using Next.js's unstable.cache. The same prompt the second time, instant, zero LLM API call, zero latency. But what if you want data that's different on every single request? Static JSON means your UI always shows the same user, the same order, which hides bugs. RESTless integrates faker.js. You can embed template expressions directly in your response body. Watch, double curly braces, then faker.themodule.themethod. When the mock engine receives a request, it intercepts these templates server-side and replaces them with freshly generated values every single time. So your front end gets different data on every reload, just like a real API. Real APIs aren't just happy path JSON responses. They have authentication, CORS policies, and they fail. RESTless simulates all of that. Down here in Advanced Simulation, I can toggle Require Authentication on. I can specify the exact authorization header value the endpoint will accept. If a request comes in without the right token, RESTless immediately returns a 401 unauthorized, exactly like a real backend would. I can also control the error rate. Set it to 30% and roughly 1 in 3 requests will randomly return a 5xx server error, perfect for testing your retry logic and error boundary components. And CORS headers are fully configurable. Toggle them off to simulate a strict backend environment. This is my personal favorite feature and the most technically interesting one. This is the real-time request inspector. I switch to the inspector tab and you can see this green pulsing dot. We have a live server-sent events connection open between the browser and the server. Now watch. I fire a GET request to my mock endpoint, and look at that. It appears instantly on the dashboard. Method, status code, path, exact latency in milliseconds. I'll fire a few more. I'll even send a post with a request body. I click on any request to expand it, and I can inspect the exact headers that were sent, the query parameters, the request body, and what response we sent back. This is powered by server-sent events and an in-process pub/sub event bus. When the mock engine handles a request, it publishes a structured log entry, and every connected browser that's watching this project receives it in under a millisecond. No WebSocket complexity, no polling, pure streaming. RESTless solves a real daily problem for every front-end developer, and it does it with genuine technical depth. AI caching, dynamic data templating, real-time streaming, and full endpoint lifecycle management. From zero to a live AI-generated dynamic mock API in under a minute. Thank you.